Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel, Chaos to Calm Budgets. This is my channel where I am cash stuffing and budgeting our way out of £76,000 of debt. We're obviously not there at the moment. We have reduced our debt down, which is good. So this week I am reviewing week 3 of January. We are scoring off our budget, balancing the books. So this should be a fairly short one today. I hope you're all well. So I think we'll just crack on with it. So looking at what we've got. So we've got a few more bills to come out still, but we are on track with what we've got in our joint account. So again, a small week again this week. So we are still sticking to the plan of trying to spend less this month, but generally less this year actually, because we've got lots of plans this year, lots of things that we are spending our money on, and obviously lots of debt to clear off as well, goals that we want to achieve with that as well. So yeah, may this continue of keeping things small. So first things first, we have done some big purchases this week, but this is again all planned for. We have booked our Barcelona trip for our anniversary trip. We save for this every month, so it is paid in full. This is I think I did this through lastminute.com, and I'm glad that I did that one, and I did our Paris trip that I'm going on with my daughter and my mum in Easter holidays through lastminute.com, and I use the cashback Top Cashback app, and I have accumulated quite a bit from that, so that is building up nicely. I've got over £200 now, because I also used Top Cashback to book our 40th birthday trip through Virgin Holidays. So yes, this sounds very extravagant. This is not our normal travel per year. This year is just a very special trip, a very special year. It's my 40th birthday trip, and so my 40th birthday year, and I just wanted to do lots and lots of traveling this year. I want to take my daughter away, me and my husband have for the past 8 years now done our anniversary trip. We would normally do a UK based one. We'd get an Airbnb for a couple of nights. It's our little respite, our time to reconnect together as a couple and celebrate us. And last year we did Rome for the first time. We went abroad, and this year we just got the taste for it. And actually what we were spending on Airbnbs and all of that, we're not actually spending that much more going abroad and just checking off that bucket list of trying different cities in Europe. So yeah, we have booked that. I do save for it every month. We also have the second, I've also bought a portable second monitor. Now, I haven't actually budgeted or got a budget for this. However, if you listen to one of my first videos of this year, I talked about my husband at Christmas. He bought me lots and lots of extra gifts that I knew as I was opening them were not within the Christmas budget that we had set each other. But what he had been doing sneakily was playing games and winning money or earning money from playing games. I thought that kind of thing was a bit of a scam, but he's been doing it and he's been earning quite a bit. So he agreed that to get this second monitor, it's a portable monitor, I can use that for work, predominantly for work and my studies that I'm doing at the moment. But he also thinks it will be beneficial for if he wants to play his PlayStation, and I'd like to have the main TV in the living room. So he's got that extra screen there. We can take it away with us and hook up our phones and kind of watch Netflix and things where we can't get Netflix to work or whatever, because we do have is it a Chrome stick or something that means that we could do that. But a lot of the places where we stay, we found that it just doesn't connect. for whatever reason. So that's another option for us as well. So it was good value. It was worth, I think, around 150. So it was in the sale. We paid 89.99 for it, and I am loving it. It's for work purposes and my studies. It is been well worth it. It's making my life an awful lot easier. We've also booked trains for my friend's 40th birthday party at the end of this month. So it's within the city where she lives, and they've booked a hotel, so we've booked a hotel as well. That's already been done and paid for. And so there's the Great British Rail train sale on at the moment, so we did save a little bit from that. I think we've saved about £15 from booking the trains now within that sale time. So we've done that. I've done a food shop. I've also bought my daughter some retainer tablets. So these are retainer cleaning tablets. So she's got Invisalign at the moment. She did get a good chunk of cleaning tablets provided as kind of like the starter kit. But I've bought a massive batch. I think it's something like 120 tablets within this pack for her. So that will last her a long time for the retainer tablets from Amazon. I've also bought the train for when we go to Paris to get the train down to London. So I've managed to get that paid for, and I've also booked the hotel that we're going to stay in. It's a Premier Inn for the Paris trip for the night before we go, because our Eurostar is at 7:30, I think, in the morning. So realistically, we already need to be in London to be able to do that. My husband's also bought some fuel. So yes, some big purchases, but it's all part of the planning and what we were wanting to do. I've done one food shop and we've got one fuel. I think that's a winner for this week. I think I'm really chuffed with that in terms of breaking those habits of doing multiple little shops here and there. So let's see how we can get this covered. So the anniversary trip is in long term. I don't think I've got 600 and something pounds in there. So what I might have to do is basically borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Basically look at what we've got in things like the holiday fund for this year. Because I know that's quite a bit in there at the moment. But let's see what we've got here. So I think we owe 270, already from another pot. And then, so I should have 300 in there, but obviously I don't have that at the moment. So let's see what I can borrow from a different pot. Let's have a look. Might have to borrow it from various different pots. This is for my birthday trip. Let's have a look here. So I've got 300 here, 400, 450, 470, 490, 495. So I think I'm going to borrow it from there from now. And then I also need to find the anniversary. I might not need to borrow all of that. Where's the anniversary folder? Travel spending money, holiday 2026, anniversary trip. Oh no, I've already checked that. What am I doing? I've already figured out I don't have enough in there. So that's fine. We'll leave that for now. So I'm going to borrow from there. I might borrow from Christmas as well. That's 100. I need 666. Let's borrow from emergency for now. So we've got 495 there, and then 595. I'm going to do the I before I get myself all confused. I'm going to do the IOUs, the little notes to go in there. I need some paper. Hang on one sec. Little slip. In each of those, because what we're not doing is putting IOUs for the credit card. The credit card is getting paid as we use it, and that's to keep the interest down. I do not want interest to be paying interest where I don't have to. So IOU from anniversary trip. £495. So that is going to go into holiday trip there. And then from emergency, what do I need left? Let's get the calculator. I'm going to round up to 667. Actually, I'm going to round up to 670. Let's keep it even denominations. Minus the 495. So I need 175 from 120, 40, 120, 140, 160, 180. So I'll get 5. My 5. So I'm going to move that out the way there. I've got 210 left in emergency for now. And then I'm going to put the IOU from anniversary trip of 175. Anniversary trip, £175. So that's going into the emergency fund wallet. It's not sitting in properly. Making a dog's dinner of all of this. There we go. And then I'm just going to make a little note. 495 from 40th, and then 175 from emergency. That's that one. So I'm going to tick that one off. And then I need to get 90. So I need to get my husband to send me some money from his earnings to pay for that. But for the time being, again, I think I'll take it from emergency because it's in there. I'll add to that little IOU. So IOU from MISC. £90. So I'm going to put 110 in placeholders back into that. Put 100 placeholder. Yeah. So 100 and 5 and 10. And I'll put that 200. Lovely. And then hopefully when I come to cash stuff again at the end of this month and we start filling up those folders again, I might then be able to pay back essentially what is owed. So that's that one paid, and I'll just make sure. So that's 90 from emergency. Let's pay on the credit card. So that's that one. And then fun is the £17.95. Fun is in my weekly one. We're doing okay in the fun budget at the moment because what we were planning to do this month hasn't happened. So that's quite good. So I need 20 out of here. I've got 65. Let me break into that. So I need to put 30 back into there. 20 and... oh gosh, I'm struggling to find the denominator. Oh, there we go, 30. There we go. That goes in there as well. So what I've got left in fun for this month is 20, 30, 45. Lovely. I might use some of this towards my pound challenge this week. So that's going well. Tick that off, and then £20 to come out of the fun pocket. This is out of my Monzo pots. We keep this money, what's what placeholders for, in the Monzo pots. Food is £90.62. I'm going to call that 90 because we round up most times on other things. So we can round down when it's like that rather than round up. So 90. So in food at the moment, I've got 250, 260, 270, 285. So 285 minus 90, 195 left. So 50, 60, 70, 85. There's 100. And I just need a 10 there. Take that 200 away. So we should have 195 left. 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95. 195. And that's to last us 2 more shopping weeks. So that should be, given our shopping's been under £100 this week because of all the pre-prep that I do, the things that I freeze in the, say I buy in bulk and then freeze and things like that. So that's going really well. I don't think I've got health and beauty any left in health and beauty pot at the moment. So that might have to come out of a different pot for now. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got to pay back some money into haircuts, and I'll go through that in a second. So it might have to come out of house maintenance. There's some in clothes, but it's only a tenner. No, so what have I got in here? I only got 25 in house maintenance. I wanted to build that up, so, but it's what it is. So I need another 10 really. It's going to have to come out of clothes just to get that cleared off. And that's fine. There. So 35, I'm happy with that. And then what I might do is then put more in it next month to build that one back up again. So this is going to come out of the pound challenge. I might have enough to cover that in the pound challenge because I have done 2 big weeks. So add those up. If I round them up to £66.67 plus £55.86, 122. So I'm going to round that up to 125. I don't think I've got that, but I do think I've got quite a majority of that in the pound challenge already. So the pound challenge is where I save every week. I pull from whatever budgets I've got that I can pull from that I don't need. And what I do is I save £52 for week 1, £51 for week 2. This week will be £50 and so on and so forth. And in total, I'll have £1,378 for the whole year. I am going to be spending some of this as I go, but overall, the idea being that I've got £1,378 of extra money that I might have frivoled away in other ways, but I'm actually saving it for purposeful things. And a lot of it this year will go on travel and probably towards my 40th birthday party. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I've got £100 I'm going to take from the pound challenge to cover some of that, and then I've got to find £25 from somewhere. I might take it from the car maintenance, but what I'll do first is just make a note of the £100 pound challenge, and then I'm going to borrow £25 from car maintenance and then owe that back and do another IOU from that pot. So at the moment in car maintenance, I've got £200. So I need 175 left. I think I need to go through my folders and find where I might have some extra £5 somewhere. I think there was, yeah, I knew there was in the emergency fund. I think I had 4 5s in in placeholders. Yeah. I'm going to change that for a 20, like that. And that gives me then my 5 denominations back. Yeah, and then I can do 100, let's go back to the car maintenance one. Yeah, 120, 50, 70 and 5. There we go. And then I want, oh, there you go. That's the candle there. That's, I think the wax has just got a little bit too heavy. It was sitting on the lid there and slipped. That was lucky, wasn't it? That could have been quite messy. It does smell very nice, that one though. This one's French rose, or fresh rose. Little IOU slip. IOU from £1 challenge, £25. Lovely. And I probably could, because I do need to put in £50 anyway, play that straight back anyway. Let's not do that today. I'll do that at the end of the month because it will just get faffy and confusing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get everything all mixed up. So, £25 from car maintenance. Lovely. So that's that one. Tick that one, those two off. And then the final one, £20 from fuel, and that'll be fairly straightforward because I know there's £20 in there. Again, we're doing well on our budget for fuel. So 20, 40, 60, £20 to go onto credit, £40 left. So I normally budget around £20 a week for my husband's fuel. I've got an electric car, so that comes, I charge from our home, and we're on a really good rate, really good tariff, night rate for that. So it's all just incorporated in our gas and electricity bill for that. So it works out really well. £20 from fuel. So I'll make sure that they all get taken out of all of my pots on Monzo to pay for that. The only thing outstanding now, no, there's two things outstanding now, getting ahead of myself. Just want to check. So my little man did not do, so we've done, that didn't happen. Daughter's done guides. He didn't do football this week. It didn't happen. It just, the coach basically wasn't available. I've done a food shop. So we've got 2 more guide sessions left, 2 more football, and say that is that food shop there that's happened. I've got 2 more food shops. So I have done a food shop because I am filming this quite late on Sunday, but that will come from next week's budget. So leave that for now. So in here, my daughter needs, well, no, start with my son with his football. He needs £50. It's £25 a week for his one-to-one sessions. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 and 50, and that leaves me with 25. I'm going to keep the 5s in there. I'm going to take 25 out, but I had to borrow £20 from my hairdresser's fund, so I've got to pay that back. And the reason I had to borrow it is because I gave my nephew cash for his birthday, and I had no money left in our birthday budget because I bought on a lot of birthday things. So it was quite good really that I've ended up having a spare £20, because then again we've managed to keep everything square. That leaves me with £5 there, and then my daughter has 2 weeks of guides left. What's left in her tuck money? Let's have a look. And she's got 3, so she just needs to take 1 out. So I've got £6 spare there. And then what I need to do for my pound challenge, I need, I think it's £50 this week. So 50 minus 6, I need to find an extra £44 from somewhere. So I'm going to have a look from, I'm going to take some from the fun budget because we don't need all of that. we've got, I'm going to take 25 and leave us with 20 for a bit of a buffer. So minus 25, we've got 19. What I might do is do 20 and put that pound. So I'm going to take 20, I think, from food, because we're doing really well on food. I don't think we need that much left for this month. Got 20 there. So that should be my £50 for my pound challenge for this week. And then next week we'll have to find £49. But the idea why I've done it this way around, because last year, if you remember rightly, I did it the other way, £1 week 1, £2 week 2, and so on and so forth. I found it got harder the closer to Christmas we were getting. So you know, as you get closer to the end of the year, more expenses and things like that. So I'm doing it the other way around this year, where I'm saving more. And actually, if I put more money into the savings pot now, it's got more chance to accrue interest. Now, so we've got 20, 30, 40, 45 and 50 there. I just need to make a note of where I pulled those from. I've gone silent because I can't remember what I've done. I took 20 from 40 from fun, 20 from, so where did the other come from? Or was it 40, 45? No. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to look back on it, aren't I? I have to rewatch this video back. I should have done it as I was going. Definitely took 20 from food. £2, £1 challenge. Then did I take, I had 45 left in fun. What have I done here? Hey, I had 45. So yeah, I took 25 out of fun. That would make sense now. 25 from fun to £1 challenge. That's 45 plus then the £5 spare from my little man's football that he didn't do. Whew, that was a little bit of a situation then for a minute, wasn't it? So put all them to one side. I'm going to put my pound away in my little change pot. Maybe let that build up. And then I need to colour this in. I need to also then put £50 there back into the envelope. What colour today? Let's go for a pink. £50 back into here. Sure, I've got 50 somewhere there with one. And like I said, I could use this to then pay back like the car maintenance and things like that. I'm going to square it all off, I think, when I cash stuff at the beginning of next month. And I pull out and have a look at what IOUs I've got and what I can then use to pay off and things. So, lovely. So that's everything, guys. I told you it was going to be a quick one. I hope it was a quick one. I think I rambled quite a bit. But what are we doing this week? More of the same, I think. I don't think there's much on this week. I'm quite enjoying some of these more quieter weeks before it starts getting busy again. So I hope you guys are all keeping well. I hope you look after yourselves. I hope you look after your pennies, and I will talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.